Hello friends. Oh my god. Leave me. Okay, okay, it's done. Alright. Let me just... Hello friends. So today, I'm doing a video that's a little more intimate, a little more personal, and that is my birth control story and why I stopped taking birth control, and hopefully won't take it again in the near future. So just for context, I am not a doctor. I cannot give medical advice. I am definitely not authorized to do that because I stopped doing science in year 10. So let's begin. So for context, I was on the pill for about 21 years old until 24, so about 3 to 4 years. I was on 2 pills, so I was on Yaz and Femme Tab, which were 2 different pills, and I definitely had a worse experience of Yaz compared to Femme, but we'll talk about that later. And the reason why I went on the pill was because of my skin and my period. So I got my first period when I was 12 years old on the first day of high school, which was such a great experience. And I was panicking, but I kind of knew what was happening because my twin sister got it earlier on the first day of the last term of year 6, which was quite funny because my younger sister, she also had on the first day of a term, so it was kind of like a tradition for us to get on the first day of a term. I'm not too sure. I didn't really have a bad reaction to my periods. I definitely ate a lot the day before my period. So I remember one day in year 8, I ate 4 bowls of rice before my period, which was quite a lot, but I was a pretty chunky kid then. I was about 70 kilos or so, and I was just a big kid, so I ate quite a bit. And then onwards, I think as I aged, my cramps got a bit worse, which is something that I didn't really worry about, but it definitely got a lot worse when I was 18 and then kept getting worse until I was 20. And my skin got horribly bad at 18, so I had a lot of acne here, just everywhere. And my driving instructor, who was Chinese, always mentioned about my skin, which made me feel insecure, but I didn't really care enough because I was trying so hard to do different skincare routines and different products on my face, but no matter what, it was just there. So I kind of dealt with it. And then the week before my period, I'll get really bloated and I couldn't fit to most of my clothes. So I just didn't want to go uni. I didn't want to do a lot of things because I just felt so insecure about my whole body. You know when you just feel very puffy? Like that's how I felt all the time, which was not a good experience, I must admit. So I talked to my doctor about it and she said, why don't you go on the pill? And I asked her, what are the side effects? Would it affect my skin? Because I really want to fix my skin because it kind of got bad to the point where people were commenting on it and they're kind of worried and concerned for me. So then I asked to go on the pill because I thought that would be the best option to do so. And she said to go on Yaz. Once I was on Yaz, I definitely felt, I guess, 3 main things. So 1, I gained a lot of weight very quickly and my skin was getting actually worse. And number 3 was that my mood was definitely dipping. So I was in a very sad mood constantly, which was not a good thing because I didn't think it was the pills because I didn't really read much about how the pill affect your emotions and how it might actually make you feel in a worse mood, but it actually has done that. So I had like this fat pouch when I was on the pill, so it was like below my belly button. So every time I wear pants, there'll just be like a little bump, or even skirts, because I like wearing skirts, and it just made me feel so insecure about myself. And I knew it was a pill because ever since I got on it, like there was this fat pouch that I couldn't get rid of. Even though I was working out, I was doing all these things, it was just there, and I just felt really gross and like bad about myself. And this was when I was 21, so back then I used to go on a lot of events like raves, and that's when you wear like really skimpy clothes and tight pants. But ever since then, after on a pill, I just felt so bad about myself and so insecure how I looked that I just didn't have a good time when I was getting ready, which is like something that sounds very petty right now, but back then it was a big deal to me because all my friends looked so gorgeous and so skinny compared to how I felt, which I felt really gross about. So once I got on Yaz, I just had to slowly, I don't know how to explain it, but my mood was like here. So before my mood would be here, but I was just always like here, and it would kind of like have these waves of, I wouldn't say depression, but definitely sadness. And I thought maybe it's because of the pill, but then I was like, you know what, it might be because of the situation I was in. So me and my best friend, we broke up during that time, and I just thought I was sad about that, so I didn't really care too much about it. And the main reason was because I wanted to fix my skin for the pill, and that did not help at all. Like it made it potentially even worse because I didn't see anything. So I thought maybe I should get off it, but then it was also pretty expensive as well. I think it was about 60 for 3 months, which is not that much, but the other pill was a lot more cheaper. And I read in a forum somewhere that your hormones get regulated as your body kind of adjusts to the pill. So I kind of waited out for 5 to 6 months, and after that I was just like, you know what, it's not working for me. Like I'm definitely not happy on this. So I went off it for maybe like half a year or so until I got back on it again. So I definitely did not want to choose Yaz. I chose to be on Femme because the doctor recommended me to go on something different. Femme was really good for me personally. I was recommended that product by one of my friends and I was like, you know what, might as well try it because I had a shitty time on Yaz and it might be good for me to go on this one because she recommended it. She said it made her feel better, it regulated her weight during a period and things like that. So I was like, you know what, let's go on Femme. Femme was great at the start. It regulated my hormones and it made me feel a lot better by myself because it cleared my skin so much. And since then I have always had a pretty good experience of it until I skipped some days. So sometimes I forgot to take the pill. So this pill had active days and non-active days. So it'd be like 3 weeks active and 4 weeks non-active, which are sugar pills. I'll just insert a photo here. And sometimes I forget, so I'll get my period sporadically as well. That was my fault because I forgot to take the pill every day during those active months. But then sometimes I'll get like these random mini periods and that was not fun because I'll be out in the street and I'll have to like rush to the bathroom to fix it up. But other than that, it really definitely made me feel a lot better. And it was quite cheap as well. It was about maybe under $10 or around $10 for 3 months, which is great compared to Yaz, which was significantly more. It was doing fine until I reached the age of 24, so last year. And since then, I kind of had these bad breakouts from a period and I was like, you know what, it's not really working for me. And I also started getting bad symptoms as I did before in the past, such as like feeling really bloated before and things like that. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna quit. And then once I quit, I definitely saw my skin getting worse. So I don't know if you can see the camera now, but I definitely have a few active pimples on my face and I didn't get that on my pill. And when I first got off it, my period was so heavy, like I was just having a lot of really bad period cramps and things like that, which I kind of understood was happening because I read a lot of forums that your body kind of goes of a hormonal imbalance because they're so used to being on a pill. And since then I just stopped going on a pill. I feel fine. I definitely have acne as mentioned before and I get a bit heavier periods sometimes, but other than that I'm kind of used to it and I don't really mind it. Alright then guys, that was a very abrupt ending, but thank you guys so much for watching. I had a lot of fun doing it. And I made this video because I still think birth control and talking about birth control is still taboo in our society. And I think just talking about it maybe potentially help someone out or at least entertain you because I personally love watching these kind of videos. I'm a very nosy person as mentioned before. And this kind of videos really makes me feel like I'm talking to a girlfriend. So hopefully this is kind of reminds me that I'm talking to me as your girlfriend. We'll see. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys later then. Bye.